Well, thank you, Charles. I think when we think about the opportunities from AI, we probably should think of them in a few different categories. First, the role that AI is going to play in kind of empowering people to do extraordinary, interesting, and important things, to help in people's daily lives, to improve access to information. There's a whole range of things. Second, we should also think about the way in which AI is going to actually help power economic growth and power economies. And this is not just an opportunity for big businesses. It's also an opportunity for small startups and entrepreneurs. And I think this is where I think there's an exciting story for Africa. I'll come back to that. And then I think third, to your question, Charles, I think there's a role that AI can play in kind of powering these extraordinarily important societal goals that we have, like the SDGs. I think we've heard all week this week about how the whole world's behind.
Yes.
And on all the SDGs, I think something like only 15% are on track. The rest are behind. And if you look at those SDGs in the context of Africa, I think something like about 500 million Africans are going to be left behind in terms of achieving those goals. And so we have to do that. So when we think about how does AI help with things like societal challenges like the SDGs, at least I can think of a few different things. First, I think we have to think about issues that have to do with Africa being included and inclusivity. So, for example, we're working a lot on thinking about how do we make Africa more included in AI and knowledge. I think one of the ways that this is going to be so important is in many respects reducing the barriers to participate in lots of opportunities. I mean, we've all talked a lot about the need to bring STEM skills, coding skills, and so forth. That is still fundamentally important. But I think these technologies are actually making that a lot easier. So now, for example, a young entrepreneur, a kid who has an idea about something, even before they have to learn to code, they can actually talk in natural language and have these systems generate the code for them. So these possibilities to do, these systems have become what's generally talked about as being multimodal. So you can do not just language, but language and coding, language and science, language and images.
Yes.
Think about how these technologies also empower creatives. We see so many creatives on YouTube, on the YouTube platform. Africa is full of extraordinary creators and creatives. They're using these tools to create music, entertainment, ideas. So I think the flourishing of ideas is going to be extraordinary. But I think there are a few things, Charles, that we all are going to have to collectively solve. As powerful as these AI capabilities actually are, one of the key things that is a barrier to taking advantage of this is infrastructure. Yeah.